Greetings, children. I am Dr. Molly of Lab Labs. That's Labrador Laboratories. And today I will demonstrate one of my pa's favorite experiments. Get it? My pa? Ha ha ha. As in any experiment, it is important that you know how to be safe in the lab. Number 1, use a quiet, talking voice so that everyone can be heard and the overall noise level is quiet enough that your fellow scientists can think. Number 2, be respectful of the scientific equipment. This looks like handling the materials and other objects gently and carefully. You'll need to be extra careful with the equipment you are given. For example, share the materials. Put them back where you got them. And do not chew on them. What's that? Humans don't chew on rocks and minerals? Oh good, because that could be dangerous. Handle materials gently, share and put them away, and don't chew on them. If you finish before the center timer rings, you must continue working on any of your must-dos. If someone is using your desk, you can find another seat. If you are working on your must-dos, you will be working silently. You will each be given a minerals classification chart that looks like this. The first row is an example that shows you how to fill out each row. You will be writing your observations on this paper, so keep it handy throughout your experiment. Let's begin. You will be given several minerals to study. You will first examine them. You can gently pick them up. Then we'll do a luster test. What's luster? To shine or not. Let's say it again. To shine or not. We'll classify, which means put in groups of shiny or not. A scientist would say metallic, like a shiny metal, or non-metallic, not shiny. Since you are scientists, you will classify the minerals as metallic or non-metallic. Let's look at mineral number 1. Is it shiny or not shiny? Mineral number 1 is not shiny. It does not look like a metal. So we will classify mineral number 1 as non-metallic. Right here, we'll write non-metallic. Let's look at mineral number 2. What do you think, Dr. Molly? Is it metallic or not? It's not metallic. She's right, it's not metallic. It looks glassy, not metallic. So we will also classify number 2 as not metallic. Let's look at another mineral. Does this mineral look shiny and metallic or not shiny and non-metallic? What do you think, Dr. Molly? Do you need to take a closer look? Here you go. What's that? Metallic, she says. So we will write metallic on our minerals classification chart. You will continue to use luster to classify all your mineral samples. For each mineral, decide if it's shiny metallic or not shiny non-metallic, and write your findings on your mineral classification chart. And now it's time to do the silent wiggle. Ready, Molly? Stand up. Reach to the sky. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Turn in a circle. What's that? You're a dog? You can't turn in a circle? What's that? This is ridiculous? Okay, I'll put you down. Next, we'll observe the colors of the minerals. For example, this mineral looks brown. Brown and tan, and maybe a little bit of purple. So we will write on our chart brown and tan and a little bit of purple. What if you don't know the exact color? Then you can take a guess. This mineral is mostly white with a little bit of gray. Don't you think? So that is what you write on your color chart. You write the color that you think it is. So for one of them, we'll write tan. For the other one, we'll write white with a little gray. You can write more than one color on the chart for each mineral. Make sure you finish your minerals. Now let's go to cleavage. The way a mineral splits. Cleavage. The way a mineral splits. Let's look at this chart. This tells us about cleavage. If it's evenly split and it looks straight like a perfect square, then it has cleavage. This is also cleavage, a little bit like a square with some bumps. This is also cleavage, a little bit like a square with some bumps. This is not cleavage because it's mostly round and it's not cut evenly. Remember what cleavage is? The way a mineral splits. When a mineral splits, if it looks mostly like a square or a box, it has cleavage. If it looks mostly like a circle or a different shape like a triangle, it does not have cleavage. Back to you, Dr. Molly. Let's look at some minerals that have cleavage. This mineral has cleavage. So on our chart, under cleavage, we will write a yes for this mineral, which has cleavage. Let's look at a mineral that does not have cleavage. What do you think, Dr. Molly? How about this one? Does that look straight and flat like a square or a box? No, you're right. It does not have cleavage. How about this one? Nope, that doesn't have cleavage either. That looks more like a triangle to me. It does not look like a square or a box. It does not have flat sides like a square. So we would write no on our minerals identification chart for this mineral. Then what do we do, Dr. Molly? So finish writing down the cleavage for all the minerals. What do we do when we have our minerals identification chart all filled out? Well, that's easy. Then you compare it to the properties of minerals chart. And you make a hypothesis, an educated guess about which mineral is which. And you write it on your chart. Good luck, scientists. This is Dr. Molly from Molly Labs.